So West Michigan has always had its share of quiet luxury. Think of the lakefront homes, the golf course communities, the private lake estates, and so much more that goes into our area. But right now, something different is happening. More buyers than ever aren't just picking up vacation homes in our area, but they're making the choice to make this their permanent residence and living year-round. So why are affluent buyers starting to call our region home? And what are the areas that they're choosing? Today, we're gonna dive into the reasons that the ultra wealthy are starting to make a move here to West Michigan, and we're gonna look at the top 6 areas that they're choosing and some of the reasons why. So if you love content about living in West Michigan, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can make sure you're getting all the videos as they come out as we cover this topic. So let's talk a little bit about why West Michigan has now become a magnet for high net worth buyers. Number one, I would say it's luxury and lifestyle without the price tag of the coastal cities. You know, a lot of buyers are leaving some of the high cost areas like New York, like California, like even a lot of places in Texas, so they can get a better value here in West Michigan, but still have so many of the amenities like lakefront living and quiet, safe communities. A lot of them are choosing a little bit more of the laid-back lifestyle and giving up the hustle and the bustle of so many big cities out there. Waterfront living is dramatically more affordable here in West Michigan than so many other areas in the US. Privacy is super easy here too. If you wanted a larger piece of land, if you wanted to have the wooded protection and privacy that you get from so many of our areas here in West Michigan, well, this is the place where you not only can find it, but also have choices as you're looking at different homes. So many of our homes in the $2 to $3 million range would easily be 8 to 10 million in so many of the coastal cities. Next reason why West Michigan is becoming a celebrity as well as a high-end executive hideaway. Most people don't realize this, but in our area, you can absolutely find national entertainers, former pro athletes, Fortune 500 executives, and just a lot of high-power, high-net-worth individuals. And they quietly own homes in places like Ada, Spring Lake, Saugatuck, all over our area in so many of our mini resort towns. This is the place where the ultra wealthy are choosing to make their homes. They're not looking for attention. They're typically just looking for safety. They're looking for amenities, and they're oftentimes looking for beautiful private estates that they have everything that they could want for so much less of the price. Next, we're also starting to attract people from outside of the US. Whether it's from the United Kingdom, from Europe, from a lot of the South American companies, again, we're seeing a lot of people from outside the US finding value in the lifestyle and, of course, the access to the water here in West Michigan. Last but not least, the tech sector and the healthcare sector have flourished in our area, and therefore they have drawn a lot of people from other places to come here for work while getting the added benefit of more affordable pricing. So let's take a look at the 6 areas that so many of our ultra wealthy people are choosing when they make their move here to West Michigan. Number 1 on the list that we're going to look at today is Ada and Cascade, also known as the Forest Hills. If there was a single luxury suburb or luxury suburb area, I would say this is probably it. The Forest Hills are an amazing area. And of course, a lot of what brings people in, a lot of what I love about that area is realistically the Forest Hills. It's hilly terrain that is covered in mature trees, and of course it has access to the river and everything as it goes through. There's no question when you start to look at the lay of the land in the Forest Hills why so many people are attracted to its natural beauty. Of course, there's also the top-ranked Forest Hills schools, and we're also looking at so many of the new homes as luxury developments in that area. If you're looking for some of those high-end features in a subdivision, there's pretty much anything you can think of in the Forest Hills. Of course, we have a lot of gated communities in the area too for privacy and safety, easy access to downtown Grand Rapids as well as the Gerald Ford Airport, and quiet wooded estates with a ton of privacy. Price points, the entry level for Forest Hills is probably right around that $600,000, and when we look at the high end, we've seen many new luxury homes going for that $2.5 to $3 million range. Our highest recent sale is right around $4 million in the Forest Hills. A beautiful area to live with so many amazing properties to choose from. Next on the list is East Grand Rapids. Of course, East Grand Rapids is known for its old money. It's known for Reed's Lake. Reed's Lake and Fisk Lake are two of the most desirable inland lakes in our area. A couple of the things that people love about East Grand Rapids, it's a very walkable community. It has strong schools. It has a lot of old style architecture in East Grand Rapids. Waterfront properties rarely hit the market, but it's also one of those places where there are so many properties with lake views, and a lot of them are very unique. There's not the same type of cookie cutter style housing in East Grand Rapids. Entry level in East Grand Rapids is right around $500,000 for some of the smaller homes in the basic neighborhoods. And in the luxury era, we're looking anywhere from $2.5 to $3.5 million for our top-end luxury homes in East Grand Rapids. Next on our list is Saugatuck and Douglas. You know, this is an area where a lot of people go for arts, culture, upscale dining, and just a ton of unique architecture. Of course, in the end, one of the biggest draws is the marina. So many people love to bring their yachts in, park, and then go experience Saugatuck. It's an artisan little town with just so many great shops and so many great restaurants. Of course, a couple of the big reasons why it does attract our affluent buyers. It's the high-end modern homes tucked into the sand dunes. It's the lakefront estates. It's the award-winning beaches. It's just got such an amazing aesthetic to Saugatuck. A vibrant, artsy downtown is another important feature. Private marinas, and of course that yacht culture, as well as a strong second home market. Not all of the places are permanent residents in Saugatuck, but there is a ton of great vacation homes available. In Saugatuck, there's definitely an entry level for normal homes around that $500,000 to $600,000 mark. However, it's very common to see homes from $3 to $6 million, with some of the highest ones topping off in the $8 million range over in Saugatuck. Next on the list is Spring Lake and Grand Haven. Now, this is one that people are just discovering. And if you live in Spring Lake and Grand Haven, you're probably wishing they weren't. But this is probably one of our sleeper luxury markets that more and more people are just discovering every day. Why do the ultra wealthy want to move here? Well, number one, it's the boating lifestyle. This is another one with marina access and just so many amazing boating opportunities. This is another one that has an abundance of deep water docks. So the larger the boat, the more of a chance you're going to find a property with a dock that works for you versus having to rent a slip at a marina. Of course, there's the $1 million lakefront estates, and people love the upscale living that they find, especially in that area. The other thing, there's a strong short-term rental demand. While so many of the northern counties here in West Michigan are clamping down and limiting it because they have a lot of hotel lobbying up there to not have the competition, you don't really see the same type of thing in Spring Lake and Grand Haven. In this area, a lot of the luxury homes go from that $1 million to $2 million range. However, so many of the amazing Lake Michigan estates have pushed into the $6 to $8 million range in this area as well. Last but not least on our list is Rockford and Cannon Township. You know, this area is perfect for those who want land, trees, a bit of seclusion, but still want to be in an easy driving distance of downtown Grand Rapids. Of course, people pick it for the large wooded lots, the custom new construction, the highly rated schools, private lakes with sandy bottoms, and bigger homes for the money. The luxury market in this area hits from about that $900,000 to $1.5 million. And of course, the highest end homes are selling for that $3 to $4 million, especially the large lakefront lots there in the area. So what changes is this bringing to these areas? Well, in all fairness, it is driving up some of the cost of housing, without a doubt. As numbers appreciate, as property becomes more valuable, it has absolutely pushed some people out of the area. Number two, there's growing pains. With more tourism and more traffic, no doubt a lot of these cities have grown rapidly over the last 10 to 15 years. And of course, there's some cultural shifts. Some of the people who have been there 30, 40 years feel like the towns are changing too quickly and aren't happy about all these ultra luxury buyers moving into the area. But in the end, West Michigan's luxury segment isn't slowing down. There's no question that developers and builders are looking for more lake lots, more Lake Michigan property, and of course, more amazing places with amazing views to build these luxury homes. So if you've been thinking about relocating to West Michigan, whether it's for a luxury property or just a normal home, reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below, and I specialize in helping people find the right home for them at this stage of life. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.